Peter David and Dale Keown reunite to produce this one-shot Incredible Hulk story. Bruce Banner talks about his relation with Betty Ross and his inner conflict with his other half known as the Hulk. The book opens in Nevada with a suicide prevention hotline agent whose name is Veronica. She's talking on her cell phone with a guy called Carl and asks how he got her number. She tells him that he seems to be a nice guy, but she is not interested, and she wasn't at the bar looking for fun. She then had to finish talking to Carl to receive a call from Banner himself. Banner said that Betty mentioned a woman named Veronica and asked if she was the one Betty mentioned and that if she worked with Betty in the past. Veronica said that it was true. She worked with Betty, who disappeared months ago. Banner said she disappeared because she's dead. Someone killed her to get back at him. He introduced himself to Veronica and said that she might have heard of him. He called the suicide prevention hotline because it's Christmas time and suicide rate spikes. He is seriously thinking about killing himself again. Banner told her about his attempts to finish his life, but all were in vain. He used to get drunk and used to leap from the mountains, but Hulk always stopped him. He also tried to cut himself, but that didn't work either, as he used to change into the Hulk immediately. The same goes with overdosing pills, and even shooting himself and blowing his brains out. That all didn't work. So many people think that the Hulk is the personification of his rage, but he is actually the personification of his will to live. Banner says that he hired a hitman, and now he is spying on him, waiting for a signal to shoot him. If Banner gives a different signal, the contract will be cancelled, although the hitman keeps the money either way. Banner then tells Veronica about the first time he met Betty. He went to General Ross' house because he wanted to meet Banner, who was working on a special project for him, namely the Gamma Bomb. It wasn't love at the first sight. She didn't even look at him in the face. General Ross was on the phone talking with Glenn Talbot about Banner. Betty was trying to solve an equation for a graduate course, but it seems that she can't solve it. And that's when Banner approached her and solved the equation immediately. Betty was impressed, and that's when she paid attention to Banner for the first time. A lot of things happened. Banner became the Hulk and Betty had no idea it was him, but eventually she found out. There was a time when he was physically separated from the Hulk and they got married. He thought their life would be perfect, but the Hulk came back. Betty, however, accepted the Hulk and formed a bond with him. For her, Banner and the Hulk have the same eyes, and eyes are the window to the soul, and they both have the same soul. Banner then remembers how MODOK used the gamma radiation to transform Betty into the monster called the Harpy. That happened during his time as the professor. Betty was assisting him, but suddenly the entire thing went sideways. Betty was shooting energy beams, so Hulk had to take her away from the residential areas so no one would get hurt. Betty attacked the Hulk and tried to kill him, but he was holding back because he couldn't hurt her. He held back until she said that Betty never loved him. And that's when he had enough and decided to fight back. He knocked her out cold by hitting her with her own beams, reverting her into her human form. Suddenly, and while they were talking, the man called Carl, the one who was talking to Veronica on her cell phone in the beginning of the story, came to her office. Banner heard his voice on the phone and knew him immediately. Veronica said that she was a bit drunk at the bar, so she spilled her drink on him. They chatted for 5 minutes and that was all about it, but Carl didn't want to leave. It turned out that he was Dr. Calvin Zabo, aka Mr. Hyde, who gained superhuman powers from the formula he created. Suddenly, Hulk intervened and prevented Hyde from hurting Veronica. Hyde broke Hulk's grip and managed to toss him away. He said that he heard that Betty passed away. He thinks she was lucky, because he doesn't understand why she decided to marry Banner in the first place. She was a stupid woman. That was more than enough to enrage the Hulk. As Hyde was about to punch him, Hulk intercepted his punch and easily broke his arm. Hulk then pounded on Mr. Hyde, telling him to shut up. Hulk destroyed Hyde and was about to finish him, when the brutally beaten Hyde said that he was sorry for Hulk's loss before passing out. Veronica then thanked Banner for saving her life and took him to her apartment, where she gave him some of her brother's clothes because she was living with her brother in the same apartment. The book ends with Banner giving the hitman he hired to shoot him the signal not to shoot. It is revealed that the hitman was Deadpool, who said that Banner asked him nicely to shoot him. It was Christmas time and it started to snow, although it never snows around here. Maybe it's a time of miracles. So that was a nice story by Peter David, to refresh our memories with some of Banner's adventures with Betty from the past. But I gotta say that Dale Keown's artwork is not as impressive as it used to be. Dale Keown is widely considered as one of Hulk's best artists ever, and his work on the Hulk The End story, which was also written by Peter David, was amazing, and way better than his work in this book. Maybe he was in a rush and didn't have much time to pay more attention to details. Either way, it was good to see them reunite to give us this Hulk story. Hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching, and have a nice one.